Yo guys, what's up? My name is Chris. I'm your host. Welcome to the channel. If this is not your first time here, welcome back. Today, we are going to talk about a very intriguing topic for you business owners and entrepreneurs out there, and that is how to hire your first employee, which can be very, very tricky. The cool part is I've been through it. I coach people through it and know a crap load of entrepreneurs and business owners that have been through it. And I've developed a little cheat sheet for you. And on that cheat sheet, I'm going to give you some really important gold. All that you got to do to receive that gold is smash that like button, comment down below with a question or comment, and hit subscribe. Let's talk about how to hire your first employee. I'm going to open this show with a story of my first employee. His name is Jason. Jason has been with me 8 years. He's still with me. And he got married. I was at his wedding. He had 2 kids. Recently, within the past year, he's had his second. He's moved to a couple states. He's virtual, started in person in West Haven, Connecticut. And we went to the same college. We're alumni of University of New Haven. We met at a gym. We were introduced. And at that point in my career, 8 years ago, I was the competition coach in the state of Connecticut, let alone New England. For those of you that aren't familiar with competition coaches, we prep fitness athletes for fitness shows. And I would show up to shows with 12 to 15 competitors, and 10 to 12 of those competitors would place top 5, top 3, and top spots, winning classes and winning the show, which is a bit uncommon for competition coaches to smoke that much competition. And we brought the smoke. I was a one-man show. I was a solopreneur. And we were doing really well, really well. I remember my first $10,000 day, net profit day. Was around that time. My first $10,000 month before that was around that time. And the interesting part about this competition coaching business was a lot of people asked me to help them with their journey to change their life from unhealthy to healthy, not fitness competitors. Like normal individuals trying to change their lives. And being a guy like myself that likes to help people, I was like, yeah, sure, absolutely, I'll help you. But the thing about it was, as a coach, I really didn't enjoy it. So I thought to myself, why don't I hire someone to work with just those life transformation clients? And I asked around to my friend group, and I got introduced to Jay, my first employee. And I brought him on to do exactly that. 8 years later, he still does that and does very well financially. Very, very well. Far better than the average American. That was my first employee, and I've been through it. And you listening might be in the position to where you're like, I got to hire someone, but I don't know what to do. So what I did for you is I broke this down into 2 segments, all right? 2 segments. Segment 1, I have no idea what I need to hire, but I need to hire someone, which is most common. And segment 2, you know exactly what you need, much like I did, okay? So let's talk about it. Number 1, I've got no idea. This is the most common situation that entrepreneurs and business owners are a part of. And I tell you guys, not only is it the most common, but it's also the most confusing. And this is what you want to do if you find yourself in that position where you're like, you know what, I need to hire someone, but I don't know what I need to hire for. You need to make a list of everything that you don't enjoy doing. Everything. Just a list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30, 50 things, tasks, right? And those things that you don't enjoy doing, you need to put into a job listing. Generalize, but when you interview people, you're going to want them to know exactly who you are, what you're doing, and what you're looking for. And what that's going to do is attract the aligned person to you. The exact title of the role could be confusing, but fundamentally, they are helping you, and they are your first employee, and they are doing what you don't enjoy or want to get off your plate. When you do this sort of hiring, what I would highly recommend is that you have core values, because you don't have really a role or a system or a process to hire these people into, but you have core values of what you stand for, what your company stands for, and that is how you're going to interview the people. For instance, one of the core values at Warrior Consulting is respect. So when I get on an interview, I talk to the person about respect. Have you ever felt disrespected? Yeah, tell me about it. Were you taught respect? Yeah, tell me about it. Respect. Do you go around your day being respectful? Yeah, tell me about it. And anyways, the point that I'm getting at is if you have no clue what position you need to hire them around your core values. We at my company have several core values. If you need help with core values, contact me. I will coach you through it. But fundamentally, what a core value is what you stand for. What do you stand for? Some other core values within my company, just to kind of shed some light, are respect, teamwork, education, healthy lifestyle. Right? These are all things that I require anyone that works for me to encompass. And when you understand what is important to you in your companies and you hire around that, especially when you have no clue what position you're hiring for, that will help bring the right person into your company. That's high-level advice, guys. High-level advice. Most people fuck up. Legit. Most. 95% of business owners. Okay, number 2. You know what you're looking for. Okay, great. Let's say you're a contractor, okay? Let's say you're a general contractor and you need a painter. You don't enjoy painting, and you know that the primary thing that you need to outsource within your company is a painter. You hire a painter. It's really that simple, okay? When you know exactly what you're hiring for, it makes the process a little bit easier. And you're going to still hire around your core values, guys. But when it comes to writing the Indeed ad or the social media post or the Craigslist listing, you know exactly what you're looking for, and it makes the listing clear, concise, and direct. Let's say you're a gym owner and you're done with personal training. You're going to put out a listing for a personal trainer as your first hire. Or let's say you're a gym owner and you're done with the front desk. You're going to hire a customer service representative. Number 2 is a little bit easier, but the point is you're still going to hire around your core values, guys. Still going to hire around your core values. The listing, since you know what you're looking for, is just going to be more clear, concise, and direct. Okay? I'm going to give you a little bonus on this one, and that's where to hire. All right, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to touch your network, reach out to your friends, reach out to your family, tap into your socials, okay? After you reach out to your network, if you come up with nothing, that's when you move towards Indeed or ZipRecruiter, these online marketplaces for job applicants. If that doesn't work, then you can hire a headhunter or recruiter. Fundamentally, start with your network, move to Indeed, then to a recruiter. That's how you start. But fundamentally, guys, I'll tell you, 90% of you could find your first hire in your network through word of mouth, through social media, maybe a friend, maybe a family. Indeed is pretty much a shit show, and so are headhunters. The key to your job listing, though, is having a clear vision of what you're looking for, whether it's the first example of not knowing the exact title, but knowing what you need done within the company, or the second example, knowing exactly what you need in the exact title, right? The key is to this job listing is having a clear vision of the job listing, and you want to know exactly what you want, regardless of knowing the title or not. And that's the key to finding the right person within the company, guys, because you want to attract the right people into the company. Now that we've talked about everything, all right, if you have questions, get at me. If you have questions and you're watching on YouTube, drop them in the comments below. I'm happy to help you. But fundamentally, if you have questions, contact me. I will help you. I help people do this all the time. A student of mine recently, 6 weeks ago, just hired his first employee, and he's already ready to hire his second employee. It could move that fast. And if you have questions, there are people that are out there to help you. All right, guys, that's what I have for you today. I hope you learned something when it comes to hiring your first employee. If you did learn anything, even if it was a little tiny piece of something, smash that like button, drop a comment below and tell me what you learned, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.